Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome to another episode of Danny Phantom Vlogs Revisit. This time, we're talking about the episode What You Want. This is the first appearance of Desiree the Wishing Ghost, and this is one of my personal favorite ghosts, just because the idea of a ghost that grants wishes, a ghost that grants any wish they hear, and the the wish is granted exactly as the wisher intended. Like that's a she has a pretty good track record for granting wishes exactly as they intend to happen. Um, and every wish that she grants makes her more and more powerful. The more, and if she's able to get powerful enough, she'll finally be able to be free of granting other people's wishes, and she'll be able to grant her own wishes, and that's really cool. That's actually kind of a cool concept. That's a really cool concept. I like that. She only gets 2 episodes to herself. She makes a few cameos in other episodes, but she only gets 2 episodes to herself. And I do understand. I kind of wish we did get to see a bit more of her, but I do understand that you can only do this sort of thing so many times before it gets old and stale. So I do understand them uh, being hesitant to have her have several more episodes. But this is still a really cool ghost. This is a really cool threat for Danny. And in this episode, he learns about his plasma blasts, how he can shoot plasma from his hands. Um, and The big conflict of the episode is that Tucker feels jealous of Danny, because Danny is able to do all these cool things with his ghost powers, and the two of them have known each other since they were kids. They always shared everything together. Um, but this is something they can't share. Having ghost powers is something that Danny has that Tucker doesn't. Um, so Tucker ends up wishing to have ghost powers. Um, Now here's the thing. Uh, he does have ghost powers, but he can't control them. He can't control them at all. And this kind of goes into a lot of the. This kind of goes into my theory a bit. My theory that I have for Danny Phantom about how a lot of these ghosts aren't actually ghosts; that they're actually demons. Um, and this is a big example as to why I believe that, because like he wishes to have ghost powers, he gets them, but he can't control them, and he starts getting angrier and angrier, and he starts mutating into this grotesque monster. And Danny has to separate his Tucker's Tucker's human self with his ghost self. He has to separate the two of them. He's successfully able to do it, and he seals away Tucker's evil side. And same thing with Desiree, takes care of both of them. All the while, Sam. The reason why she's not really in this episode is because she's sick. Um, and the two of them end up catching her cold by the end of it. Um, and Yeah, it's a good episode. I really like this episode. This was an early episode that I always love coming back to. It's a really good episode. It's a really good um, it has a really good story about Tucker and Danny just being super close friends, and Tucker being jealous that Danny has all these, it can do all these things that he can't, and that's normal in a friendship. That's normal. It's normal for friends to be jealous of each other for different stuff. Um, and I liked seeing Tucker with ghost powers. I thought that was really cool, and this is a concept they'll revisit later in the second season. Um, and Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. And Yeah, I love Desiree. I love that we actually get an actual backstory for her. And how like she was about how um she was a dancer. She was essentially a belly dancer for a sultan. Um, and the sultan fell in love with her and promised her her deepest desire, only for the sultan's wife to find her and have her executed. And so now she's a genie ghost who is forced to grant every wish that she hears. She has to grant every wish. She has to grant every wish that she hears, granting other people's greatest desires. All the while, she was robbed of her greatest desire, and that's why she. But that's also linked to her curse. The more wishes she grants, the more powerful she is, and eventually, she could become powerful enough that she could finally be able to grant her own wish. And so, like, that's so interesting. That's so fascinating because that leaves the door open for her to be redeemed. Like, she doesn't need to be a villain. She doesn't need to be a villain. You see why she is so motivated to grant wishes. She wants her own wish to be granted, the one that she never got fulfilled. So it's really cool. I really like this villain. I really like this episode. It's a great early episode. Um, when I think of early Danny Phantom episodes, when I think of Danny Phantom episodes for season one, this is one of the ones I think about. It's not the number one that I think about when I think of episodes from season one, but it's usually in the first like 5 episodes that I think about. So I'm gonna give this an A minus. I'm gonna give this one an A minus. So that's it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. Let me know in the comment box below. What do you think of this episode? I would love to hear your thoughts. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.